Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis and Arundel County and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Thursday, January 8th, 2026. This is John Fresnel, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. Man, what a great weather day yesterday, and today's not looking too shabby either. The answer to yesterday's Boomer trivia was the Bee Gees, along with Peter Frampton. They were the Beatles-esque band that was in the film Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. As for today's trivia, then this one ought to be easy, at least I thought it was. What old vaudevillian played TV Batman villain Louis the Lilac? Was it Bob Hope, Groucho Marx, Buster Keaton, or Milton Berle? Tune in tomorrow for the answer, and no Googling or AI. But now we do have some news, so let's get into it, shall we? Anne Arundel County's 2026 state's attorney race is starting to take shape, with longtime prosecutor Carolyn Gramis signaling that she plans to challenge incumbent Ann Colt Lightus. Gramis has launched a campaign website and begun fundraising, though she has not officially filed yet. She spent more than 2 decades in the Anne Arundel County State's Attorney's Office before recently leaving for a prosecutor's position in St. Mary's County. Lightus, meanwhile, is running again and points to major convictions, including the Capitol Gazette mass shooter case, while also facing recent controversies, including a mistrial in an Annapolis mass shooting case and her removal from a high-profile homicide prosecution involving a former Navy doctor. Candidates for any office in this election cycle must file by February 24th, with the primary set for June 23rd and the general election on November 3rd. A major piece of Chesapeake Bay history is heading back into the public eye. A 19th century Fresnel lens from the Thomas Point Shoal Lighthouse is expected to go on display at the Annapolis Maritime Museum after spending decades out of reach in a Coast Guard office building in Baltimore. The lens, removed in 1986 when the lighthouse was automated, weighs about 475 pounds and has been in storage ever since. Museum plans call for it to become a centerpiece of a new exhibit space, though the timeline for public viewing hasn't quite been announced just yet. And if you've ever wondered why a lighthouse beam can punch through the dark, it's because Fresnel lenses use layered rings and prism-like glass to focus light into a powerful beam without needing one massive chunk of glass. Smart design, long before the term smart was just a marketing term. Covington-Alsina is offering a lineup of low and no-cost workshops this month with both virtual and in-person options. The schedule does include a virtual second Saturday divorce workshop on January 10th featuring a panel covering legal issues, finances, housing, and emotional support. There is a virtual financial foundation session on January 12th, focusing on budgeting, investing, and goal setting, and a Women, Wine, and Wisdom market update on January 20th at Ram's Head Tavern, open to both men and women despite the name, with a look back at what happened in 2025 and what may be ahead in 2026. We are thrilled to hit the ground running in the new year with these innovative educational events, said Ann Covington, the founder of Covington-Alsina. These workshops are designed to meet people where they are, whether they are navigating a major life transition, just getting started, or planning for retirement. And if you can't make it, sign up for her mailing list and be sure to catch her Monday Money Report right here on the DNB every Monday. The Eastport United Methodist Church is going to be hosting a free male mental health event on February 15th called Burdens Men Carry, aimed at encouraging open conversation and pushing back on the stigma that still surrounds men talking about stress, anxiety, depression, and emotional struggles. The panel will feature therapist Lance David along with mental health advocates Ryan Williams and Phil Kaplan, followed by audience Q&A and roundtable discussions. Doors do open at 1:40. The panel does begin at 2 p.m., and the program runs through a 4:30 closing. The church is at 926 Bay Ridge Avenue in Annapolis with ample parking and wheelchair-accessible entrances. More information is available at burdensmencarry.com. And again, there is no charge at all for this one. You want to be sure to catch our local business spotlight this weekend. This week, I am chatting with Allison and Darren from And Creative Gallery and Art Farm Annapolis. There's a lot of ands in there. It's a little bit longer than usual, but I'll tell you, this was a really good one. That's going to drop at noon on Saturday. And in closing, one of the best ways to stay up to date on the local news is to receive our daily news recap email, which is sent out at 7 p.m. every single day of the week. It's free, and it's paywall free. And I've got a link right here in the show notes for you to sign up if you are not already. And please feel free to let your friends, family, and colleagues all know about it as well. And I guess that's a wrap. As always, thank you for being you. And a thank you to our sponsors for today's Daily News Brief. Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Hospice of the Chesapeake End, Mac Medics. Okay, so now you just need to sit back because George Young is here with your Eye on Annapolis local weather, and Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace is here with your Annapolis Makerspace Maker Minutes. All that's coming your way, so hang tight.
Coping with advanced illness can be overwhelming, and determining the best options for a loved one isn't always so easy. But here at Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, we want you to know you do have a choice. You can choose exactly who provides the care and the type of care you receive, and it's your decision when and where your loved one receives that care. We have served our community, family, and friends for over 40 years. We are there when you need us. Learn how we can help at hospicechesapeake.org.
Next up, we're diving into today's Eye on Annapolis weather forecast. From sunny skies over the bay to storm warnings that could impact your plans, we've got the details to keep you ahead of the curve. Stay tuned. It's all coming your way in just a moment.
Hey everyone, this is George Young with the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief weather forecast for Wednesday, January 7th. Warmer temps are expected in the Annapolis area today through Saturday with a bit of rain Friday and Saturday before chilly temps return Sunday. Look for mostly sunny skies today with mid to upper 50s, 4 p.m. highs, and low to mid 50s, 4 p.m. highs tomorrow on Thursday. From there, temps will warm even further into the low 60s Friday and Saturday with a likelihood of rain each day ahead of clearing skies and low 50s or so 4 p.m. highs on Sunday with sunshine and low to mid 40s for highs on Monday. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young for Eye on Annapolis Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to visit eyeonannapolis.net/weather for the latest conditions and forecast information for the Annapolis region so you can always stay weather informed.
Every week, makers, crafters, and educators hold events all over the area. Highlighting some of those, here's our Maker Minutes, brought to you by Annapolis Makerspace.
Hey, this is Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes. At Art Farm in Annapolis, tonight, the Creative Circle monthly meetup is starting up again. It's a great chance to work on your own art with lots of fun people, or follow prompts from Kate, working with different mediums and subjects. Also tonight, check out their sketch night with a live model. And Sunday, they have yoga in the gallery. And registration is open for more adult workshops, including Art Bar, Fearless Photography, Watercolor Pop-Up, and others. And Art Farm's Kids Camps are back. There's a Kids Art School for ages 4 through 5 on Monday. There's a Kids Art School for grades 1 through 3 on Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And there's also a Kids Art School for grades 4 through 6 on Tuesday and Wednesday. And also check out their hand-drawn comics for grades 3 through 5 tonight and Wednesday. On Saturday, they have fiber arts and mixed media for grades 4 through 6. And then on Wednesday, they have drawing and painting for grades 4 through 6. And registration is open for more of Art Farm's Friday Night Kids Club, where you can drop off the kids and have some time to yourself. At the Anne Arundel County Public Library System this week, today, Glen Burnie has a STEAM club, and Severn has Track the Year in Arts and Crafts, a little craft you can do a tiny bit of each day of the coming year. It can be fiber arts, painting, drawing, photography, Lego. The medium is up to you. Tomorrow, Odenton has Make and Mingle. Discoveries, the library at the mall, has a pre-K art party. And Glen Burnie has a Lego club. On Saturday, Eastport Annapolis NEC has Build It with Lego, as well as celebrating Lego Day with a movie and build. Severna Park has pre-K process art. Bush Annapolis has Flicks with Sticks, doing fiber arts while watching 2009's Julie and Julia. And Bush Annapolis also has machine sewing basics for teens. Maryland City has Science Saturdays, featuring combat robotics with Macro, Maryland Area Combat Robotics. Deal has Getting Started with Hand Sewing. Broadneck has a Lego Challenge, and Mountain Road has Stitch and Chat. On Monday, Bush Annapolis has Little Artist, a preschooler paint night in the morning. Odenton has Friends in Fiber Arts, and Crofton has a Build and Play Challenge with Lego. On Tuesday, Riviera Beach has Fiber Art Fun. Glen Burnie has Little Artist Process Art. Bush Annapolis has Machine Sewing Basics for elementary students. Eastport Annapolis NEC has Homeschool STEAM Protecting Waterways. Severna Park has Stitching in the Stacks, with a daytime in and evening edition. And Severn has Bring Your Own Craft Night. Then on Wednesday, Riviera Beach has Science Explorers at Riviera Beach. Odenton has a Teen Service Club, doing Valentine's for the Homebound. Eastport Annapolis NEC has a cookbook club, the topic being Stuff It, focusing on stuffed food items like ravioli, stuffed pepper, deviled eggs, empanadas, dumplings, and danishes, to name a few. And finally, if you're into woodworking, check out our friends at the Annapolis Woodworking Guild. They have their monthly meetup on the second Thursday of each month. The next one would be tonight, down in Davidsonville. If you have any questions about the Annapolis Makerspace, the Maker Minutes, or any of these events, feel free to contact me at trevor@makeannapolis.org. And you can find links to all these events at the Annapolis Makerspace website, also at makeannapolis.org. And whether making art, software, sawdust, or just a mess, chances are you're already a maker. This has been Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes.
Have you ever had to wait to get an appointment at the Apple Store? Skip the wait and the line at the mall by visiting MacMedics in Severna Park, where appointments are not necessary. MacMedics is an Apple-authorized premium service provider. MacMedics services all Apple devices, including broken iPhone screens and batteries, and all without an appointment. Most iPhone repairs are complete the same day and usually within a few hours. MacMedics is also an Apple-authorized reseller and sell Apple products at the same price as the Apple Store. Visit MacMedics in Severna Park or Lanham for Apple-authorized sales and service and shop local. Don't wait for help. Call MacMedics at 410-757-MAX, which is 410-757-6227. It's 410-757-6227. Or visit them online at macmedics.com. You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.